What's up, everyone? This is the Panda Photographer, and I finally got a adapter. So the adapter came in this box, and it's called the Fotga, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Fotga. It's a built-in aperture control aperture for Canon FE lenses, but you cannot apparently mount EFS lenses to Micro Four Thirds with this adapter. So, with that said, just try to unbox this really quickly. So let me put the Irix lens onto the side here for one moment. Let me actually bring up my display really quickly so I can see what I actually am doing, because I'm recording this from the iPhone. And see here, classic. All right, let me move this out the way quickly. So, comes in this white box. Feels pretty decent. Feels pretty decent. Nothing too shabby. Let's open it really quickly. Okay. I'm live, but it won't click me. YouTube, this is messed up. What's going on here? Hello, I'm clicking. There's nothing wrong with my mouse. Oh boy. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go back. I should be able to display it here, but it's not showing me in real time. Oh boy. YouTube is so broken. Oh. Yeah, it's not showing me in real time. I clicked on the live stream, but it's not showing me. Come on, YouTube. Are you serious? I can't monitor if I'm doing live. Now I gotta monitor through here. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. Okay, ooh, that feels really heavy. Premium. Really premium. It's heavy. It's really heavy. Not heavy, but you can feel you can feel the weight to this. Definitely can feel the weight. So here it is, so you guys can see. And apparently, this is the aperture control here, so you can close it or open it. And it's smooth actually, a little stiff at first, but once you get used to it, I'm not sure you guys you can see that. Let me not put my finger so you guys can see what is it doing. There you go. See? This is nice. Now I paid about $28 for it, and Amazon absolutely gave me free shipping for this. So you can see EOS to Micro Four Thirds on the back, well, on the top, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm guessing this is f2.8, f4, 5.6, 6.3, 7.1. I don't know. I'm just taking guess, but and we're gonna mount this onto the M1 Micro Four Thirds mirrorless camera, and it comes with this amazing little collar mount. So, or you could just take it off if you choose to take it off. So, ta-da! You can take it off if you want, but let's just leave it on there for now. And it seems like you can also mount this onto a tripod. So you get a quarter thread on the bottom, which is pretty nice. Get the quarter thread. So, sorry for the poor setup and the lighting, but now just take the Irix lens. And let's take the Yi M1. Okay, so, and we are going to just mount this onto this camera, like so. Line up, boom, see? Nice fit. And then we're going to take the Irix lens. Make sure this is lined up. Okay. And we're just going to line this up one more time. And look at that. I wouldn't recommend holding the camera like this. So we're going to remove this bottom piece off the adapter, and we're going to hold the camera like this. So when we take pictures, we can hold it like this together. So yeah, so let's take our first picture with this lens, and holy moly, it is, whew, that reach. Look at that reach. Jeez, that is incredible. So here's the thing. There's some flex. You see that? There's some flex. I'm not a big fan of that. So let me re-engage it again. See, no, there's still some flex. You can hear it. A lot of flex. But if I go to zoom in, focus, it's really hard to focus when this is moving. Yeah, it's really hard to focus when this is moving and jiggling. So I'm not sure if it's the adapter or the mount, but let me try to take a photo quickly. Actually, let me just try to take a photo right here. Okay, first of all, let's turn on, stabilization is on, but it's shaky like, okay, if we put this on a tripod, on a monopod, it has better results. And it says that I am underexposed, so I need to open this wide open and change the shutter speed. So I want you guys to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to change the shutter speed. Okay. See, this is why I wanted the electronical adapter instead, because now this is giving me a false reading. Yeah, it's definitely giving me a false reading. Okay, this focus point is kind of stiff, but it is sharp. Yeah, it's super sharp. Okay, that was weird. Yeah. It seems to, if we take a look at these images, if we zoom in one to one, look how sharp that looks. Look how sharp that looks. Really sharp. And that's 5 times. That's 2 times. That's 10 times. So I might send this adapter back. I kind of want the electronic adapter instead because now I can't control my f-stop and I don't know what f-stop it is. It's supposed to be f4.5, but this is also giving me a false reading. So this might take some time to adjust to, because this is wobbling. Look at that flex. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good. That's definitely not good. And this is also giving me a false reading. Okay. Now we're gonna look at one more image. We're gonna zoom in. I hope that was sharp. No, it wasn't that sharp. So we are going to just make one little bit of a different assessment here. Yeah, not a good impression. It could be the adapter, but it could be this mount itself on the camera. It could be. Not quite sure. But let's try it. Let's go into the settings. This display. Actually, let's do large JPEG. Let's do 4:3, which is the recommended for Micro Four Thirds. And it seems like stabilization is trying to work now. But we're going to make sure that it's on. It is on. It's on correctly. And we're going to do ISO, auto ISO for this. And if I'm correct, this is supposed to have focus peak. This is supposed to have focus peak in. And I'm wondering if I can access focus peak in. Okay, so we are not able to access focus peak in, I believe. Yes, we are. I just put on a focus peak in. There we go. And boom. Now we're gonna take one more look at this picture. And it seems to have some correct aberrations, sort of. Because this is a Micro Four Thirds. This camera is not really designed for Micro Four Thirds. It's meant for crop sensors and full frame cameras. So, focus point was right here. So we're gonna zoom in here. Yeah, it's really good sharp. Look at that. It's really decent sharp. We're gonna take one more picture. We're gonna do one more. But the focus throw on this is a little bit rough. So we gotta loosen this up a little bit. And actually, let's take this off so you guys can see the element. Look how big that element is. Really huge element. This is my smoking gun. So if I wanted to focus, see, that flex, that play there is messing me up. But if we focus just gently, that was handheld, and we're gonna zoom in. Not too bad. Not too bad. A handheld at 100 of a shutter speed. You can see it's pretty sharp. Pretty damn sharp. There's some ghosting on the sides here. You can see the ghosting. But okay. So we do have this wide open. Now let's try to see what happens when we close. So, ooh, look at that. That's a big, nasty no-no. Look at that. Look at the serious brunette on the corners there. That is not good. Not good at f/22. So we can't not use this at minimum of 5, number 5 on the adapter. If we go beyond that, you start to see some vignette on the corners there. You can see, let me point this on the floor so you guys can see. See, if we open it up just a little bit, wait, let me show you guys, because this is difficult. Stop going off. Yeah, you can see a little bit of vignette, but if you open it up, you see how the corners get brighter. But let's see here. Yes, F6 is just, yeah, F6 is just my max I can go before vignetting starts to happen into the camera. And it could be very useful when you want to demonstrate the subject, but yeah, this is not what I was expecting. Oh, and that flex. That's not good. Definitely not good. So let's do this. To release the lens, supposed to push in, turn off. Let me see why that may be, why. I don't see any issues with an adapter. It might just be this mount. Yeah, it might just be the mount. I'm not quite sure what it might be. That's a lot of flex and a lot of play. See? Even without the lens on, it still flexes. There's some play. But this is a really good adapter. It could be this camera. It could be the mount. It could be how they designed it. And I'm getting a lot of play, and it's not an adapter. It's actually, it's pretty much the mount on the camera. It's not really strong enough. See? Getting a lot of play. Not a big fan. Alright, let's mount this back on. Alright. Look how beastie that looks. So I do have it in manual focus because I have no choice. I do have it on auto ISO. I have no choice because I need to make sure that we have and I took another picture and we can see where it's fucking sharp. It's really sharp. Look at those. Now, if we zoom back out, you can see how the edges come a little bit softer, and the center is mostly sharp here and the center. So we now know that this lens on a Micro Four Thirds, the center is mostly sharp, and the outer center, which is the corners, and the outer center of the corners here from the left and from the right, is going to be very soft. So, but if you guys want to see that again, see how sharp that is in the center? And look, see, center is sharp. If we zoom in, pretty sharp. So this, and I can show you the metadata as well. See the manual mode, spot reader, F0, which is, I don't know the f-stop, and shutter speed is 100 of a second. ISO is 640. Focus mode is actually on focus peaking. Focal length is 0. And this is why I wanted the electronic adapter. instead. But that's all I can afford is $30 adapter. So, but I have to say, if we gotta push this in, it's pretty tough to take off a little bit, which is a good thing. But we now know that we see, you see how the adapter, the circle inside the adapter, you see the sensor? Now, this is why we get corners, because when we stop up, we get that vignette. This is why it is best to not go over 5 or 6, because you get corners. So it's best to just keep it open. So I'm guessing 1 is f4.5, 2 is 5.6, 3 is 7.1, and 4 is f8, and 5 is f9. So yeah, I am, I don't know, guys. I was hoping for the best, but I'm not sure if I want to keep this. But good thing is that the adapter is built like a tank. Pure, like, really good construction built. And with this tripod collar mount it comes with, I'm pretty certain that, tighten this on a little bit tighter. And it comes with a quarter thread on the bottom to mount this on a tripod. So here's the thing. If you're gonna buy one of these from actually let me just display it on the display here so you guys can see it. So let me just move this out the way for a moment. Move this to the side. Move this over here. And bring the laptop up so you guys can see. I hope you guys can see. Let me see if you guys can see. Okay, needs to be a little bit closer. And let me just tilt you guys up a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, that looks good. This is the adapter. So the Fotga built-in aperture control to Canon FE lenses. It's 28 bucks. 28 bucks. This is pretty damn good adapter, and it feels really premium too. Yeah, I think I might send it back and get the electronic adapter. So I'm gonna have to actually either save money to buy the $130 or $150 adapter, and just go with that instead. And let me scroll you guys back down so you guys can see. But yeah, this is a pretty good adapter. The shortcomings is that on Micro Four Thirds you're not gonna get the best, and this is why I wanted the Meta Boost version of something like this, because the Meta Boost gives me more optical light to my elements and do my opticals. Whoa, might have to set this back. Not very pleased. I wanted to use like f16, f22, you know, because in micro photography you kind of want to be flexible with the apertures, but I'm not able to do that. But I do like how smooth that looks. Look at that, buttery smooth, so smooth. That's pretty good, but this should have been much bigger. This should have been much bigger. This should have been much bigger, the aperture blade, to fit the Micro Four Thirds perfectly. But I guess, you know, you can't really do much when you have a nice circular. There's no square when you stop down either. There's no square pieces either. It's like a perfect aperture ring. Look at that. That's pretty damn smooth. But yep. So we're gonna mount this on again. Make sure that it's locked on. It's kind of hard to take off, actually. Yeah, it's kind of hard to take off. So you might have some, if you guys end up buying this, For other lenses, I wouldn't recommend putting micro lenses on this, but for other lenses, it might be a different experience. But it's locked on there, or pretty good. But when it comes down to the flex, when it comes down to that play, that's not really ideal at all. So, yeah. This is definitely going to be mounted on a tripod or a monopod. So, that bookshelf is about 25 feet away. Look at that. It's handheld. Pretty bossy. But with that said, everyone, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Amazon, for giving me 2-day free shipping on this product. I really appreciate you guys. As an Amazon affiliate, I'm going to leave the links down to this adapter. If you have a micro four thirds and you have some Canon EF lenses, this will not support EF-S lenses. So, but prime lenses, this would fit perfectly. But this is giving me a focal length of 300mm, by the way. So, yeah, look how it looks beautiful, though, right? Looks pretty awesome, right? Look at that awesomeness. Oh yeah, look at that awesomeness. Look at that beauty. And let's put the lens hood to make it look a little bigger, because we know us photographers, we like big toys with big things. Like, look at that. That's pretty impressive. That's a beautiful lens. Whew. You guys have to buy this lens. If you have a Sony E-mount and you have the MC11 adapter to mount onto E-mount, please, I'm gonna leave the links down to buy this lens. This is a really good lens that people are underestimated at, and it's becoming more popular and popular in Europe. Not much in the States quite yet, because people are so fond of Pateron and Sony's. But man, this might be a competitor against the Sony 90mm G OSS lens. I just want a full frame EF camera to actually fully test this, to compare the two. If anyone out there that wants to support that and let me borrow a camera, that'd be nice. But I'm gonna keep this wide open. But man, this thing is a beast. But the focus though is kind of stiff, very stiff. So it's going to be really tough to like try to focus. So I'm going to have to try to do this. Yeah, it's going to be really tough to focus, because I'm missing focus. Yeah, it's really tough to focus. Really tough to focus. But you can see that even when it's trying to tough focus, it's fairly decent, fairly sharp. You know, it's fairly sharp. You can see the exposure value on the bottom of the histogram. So, but my first impressions on mounting this on is I'm not a very happy person, because this camera looks slanted on. Yeah, this looks slanted. I just adjust. Yeah, it looks slanted. It's like it's tilted to the side. Not sure, is that a defect or just the way this mount is built. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's slanted just a bit. Let me turn this light back on. Yeah, it's kind of slanted just a bit. I'm not sure you guys can see that, but this take you to a level where you guys can see it, so you guys get a good idea. All right. So, put the lens on, and if you look closely, You see how it's like slanted to the right just a bit? That's not really what I was expecting. Not at all. So, and let me show you guys the focus on this. Okay, so we're gonna try to focus at that shelf down there and see how much. Alright, actually let me lower you guys just a little bit. So I'm gonna focus on the other shelf. It's really stiff focus. And now if you play back and we zoom in, it's fairly decent sharp. It's decently sharp. And it got focus peaking in red. I wish we could change the colors, because I'm not a big fan of red. I like yellow. Let's check that image out. Let's zoom in. Ooh, look at that. Look how sharp that looks. Look how freaking sharp that looks. Look at that, guys. Whew. This lens is incredible. Wow. This is an incredible lens. Even with the Micro Four Thirds, it still stays sharp. Look at that, and I have it wide open. So I'm going to just leave it wide open at 1. Max I'll go maybe at number 4, which is probably the f4.5, 6, 7, 8. So look at that. That's pretty damn sharp. Now, let's do video. And let's see if we can focus. Ooh, look at that rolling shutter. Look at that. Serious rolling shutter with this. Look at that. Did you see that? Rolling shutter? Look at that. That's some serious rolling shutter. Oh my god. That. Yeah, look at that. You see that? Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, that's not good. But in video, it's fairly sharp. Fairly sharp. Now, if you play back, let me show you guys. It's played back. See the rolling shutter? Look at that rolling shutter. That is seriously a bad rolling shutter. I didn't get that I did not get that kind of effect with its standard lenses, its prime lens and its 12 to 40. I did not get any of that serious rolling shutter. So if I were you, keep the lenses that came with this camera, which is the Yi M1 4K mirrorless Micro Four Thirds camera. Keep it, but you can see what it's super sharp. Focus on the books, super sharp. But with that said, everyone, thank you for watching. I know this is a little bit longer than expected, but I wanted to do like a result and give you guys some results right on the fly and see how it performs. But we know that from looking at this camera, you can tell it's tilted on one side. It's not straight like it's supposed to be. It's not straight at all. You can see how it's slanted on one side. But with that said, everyone, thank you for watching. This is the Panda Photographer, and I travel as a travel photographer. If you guys want to support the channel, it really would help me out this week to keep the lights on. But I try to bring you content that is real world and not biased or not what's the other word I'm looking for? Made up or being a fanboy of any brand. But I try to bring you guys real world content that matters the most. But this is a live stream, by the way, live stream. But I do like how pretty that looks, though. Look at that, sexy, really nice. Holy crap, that's really nice. And that's a big lens on a small body. But you can, if we push it back just a bit, you can see where it's, if I raise you guys up just a bit, you can see where, it's slanted down on the right side. Well, now it's on my left side, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, not very impressive. But with that said, everyone, thank you for watching. And support the channel. There's a PayPal donation link down in the description below. Subscribe, like, share. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream to talk more about this combination in the future. But, yep.